This is the video for Unit 7, Day 12, and today we are going to be dividing with decimal divisors. Before we jump in, today's video is dedicated to Jonathan Romo in 6A. Hi, Jonathan Romo. All right, so let's first get some division vocabulary down. So if we were doing this first example right here, 3.12 divided by 0.5, so we would set it up like this, 3.12, and now we're using the standard algorithm. That's what this is called. So 3.12 divided by 0.5. This 3.12, that's called the dividend. That's what that number is called, the number we're dividing into. The number we're dividing by is called the divisor. So I'll write divisor over here. And then our answer, that's called the quotient. Q-U-O-T-I-E-N-T. Quotient, just like that. And let's set it up down here in example 1. 3.12 is our dividend. 0.5 is our quotient. And what we're doing today is we're working with division when we have a decimal in the divisor, right? 0.5. So how we're supposed to divide when we have a decimal there. And so the first step, it says, we're going to move the decimal in the divisor, that's this decimal right here, so that it is at the end of the number. At the end of the number. So let's do that right now. 0.5, we have to move it one place so that it's at the end here. And this is the same thing as multiplying 0.5 times 10, right? We just changed 0.5 so that it's, instead of 5/10, 5 wholes. The next step is step number 2. It says move the decimal in the dividend, that's this number, 3.12. We're going to say the same number of places. Same number of places. So let's check our dividend. 3.12, right? Since we multiplied 0.5 times 10, that's what we did when we moved this one decimal place, we also have to multiply 3.12 in our dividend times 10 so that it stays equal. So that's like moving this decimal one place also to the right. So this decimal moves here so that the number is now 31.2 instead of 3.12. So we move the decimal one place here, and then we move the decimal one place here. Then step 3 says to move the decimal up top and then divide normally. So the decimal is right here. I'll be very careful and bring it directly above right there. And now I can divide the rest like I normally would. But now, instead of dividing 3.12 by 0.5, I'm dividing 31.2 by 5 wholes. Okay, so 5, does it go into 3? Nope, it doesn't because it's too small. Can 5 go into 31? Yep, it can go in 6 times. So then 6 times 5 is 30. So subtract 30 here. 31 minus 30 is 1. I'll bring down the 2. 5, I think how many times can that go into 12? 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. And then I have 12 minus 10, which is 2. And remember, I can add as many zeros after the decimal place as I need to, and the number stays the same. So I can add a 0 here. So bring down that 0 to this remainder of 2, and now I have 20. And I think to myself, how many times can 5 go into 20? 4 times. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. No remainders left, and now I'm done dividing. So 6.24 is my answer here. All right. Let's move on to number 1. I'm going to get you started, and then you're going to finish it on your own. 51 divided by 0.12. So 51 is our dividend, the number inside the brackets. So that's 51 divided by. Our divisor, the number that we're dividing by, is 0.12. Okay. So step 1, right, is to move the decimal in the divisor, which is 0.12, so that it's at the end of the number. So in this case, we have to move the decimal 1 place, 2 places, so that it's at the end. That's the same thing as multiplying it by 100, right? And if we multiply this number by 100, we have to multiply 51 by 100 so that it stays equal. So in this case, 51, we don't see a decimal, but the decimal, if we added it in, it would be at the end here. And so we would still have to move it 1 place, 2 places. So now the decimal's here, and then what we can do is fill in with zeros what were blank spaces. So this is like 51 times 100, so we move the decimal, right, 1/10 place, 1/100 place, and now it's here. And then we can move the decimal up here, and then divide 5,100 by 12. I'll let you finish that on your own. You are going to, as usual, close your computer, finish page 4, finish all this, and then you can continue to challenge yourself by moving on to page 5. All right, good luck.